from Holy Cross in Nyanga. I have right next to me Reverend Rachel, and we are at the Zukufle. I'm about to ask her questions about climate change and climate adaptation so we can get to hear her opinions and yeah. So, right. Hello, Felicity. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you, Loretto. Good to be with you.
Yes. So, I would like to ask you a couple of questions on climate adaptation, just to hear your opinions, your thoughts on the topic. So, yes.
Thank you so much. Well, climate adaptation really is us being prepared for the climate change things that are going to happen. So, if you think where you live, Nyanga, and where my church is in Crossroads, what are we going to see? What changes are we going to see because of climate change? And I think there's two main ones. The summers are going to get hotter and we're going to have a shortage of water. There's going to be more drought. And the winters, as we're experiencing now, are going to get wetter and wetter. So let's start with what we're experiencing now. We're seeing a lot more rain. And we've had more rain now than we've had for years and years. So impact immediately, we run a soup kitchen at Eluvukweni. So now we're finding that the kiddies are coming to the soup kitchen and they're soaking wet because their mums never bought them rain jackets. Because for 3 years they didn't need rain jackets. So they don't have them and they arrive soaking wet. So now they're sitting in school wet and they have to stay the whole day in school wet. So we had a little thing to try and raise money for rain jackets for the kids. So that's one small thing. That is because the climate is changing now. Our winters are becoming wetter. The second thing is the flooding. So many people's homes are getting flooded and their valuables. So there's simple things you can do as a church, for instance, to sit down and to say, what practical things could we do? Could the church, for example, photograph everybody's ID? Keep them in a safe place. So if your home floods, at least your important documents are in a safe place. Can we use our facilities? Now, I know it's not always easy to use your church hall, but let it not be a last minute decision. If you're going to use the church hall, you can think about what do you need to put in place. If people are going to sleep there, can you separate the males from the females? Are your toilets okay for people to sleep there? Do you have some mattresses that people could sleep on so that you would be prepared if you want people to come into your hall? And then if we think about the summers getting hotter and the fact that we're not going to have enough water, how can we help people to be more careful with awareness raising and not leaving your taps dripping? Do the churches have toilets that run forever and ever? Are we mending our toilets? Are we mending our taps? Are we doing our bit to educate the community about not wasting water? Can the church fundraise to have a Jojo tank so that we're not wasting rainwater? So I think climate adaptation is preparing ourselves for those two main changes: more drought, less rain in the summer times, and it's going to be hotter, and then also much heavier, intensive rain during our winters. And also knowing that it is going to become much hotter, one of the important things that we can do now is to grow trees so that we have more shady areas and reducing the heat within our township areas.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.